Now, you know when you've been gone from your garden for a few days, you're excited about going to see what's out there, but you also just a little nervous, like, what has happened? Well, I've been gone. Well, that's what we are today. So today, welcome to my channel. You are live with me as we're going to go check out the garden. I got some baskets in hopes that we're going to harvest some stuff. But I'm going to take you along with me. I've been out of town for the last 4 days. And so this is my first time seeing the garden in 4 days. And 4 days is not a long time. I've definitely been gone longer. But based on how it was when I left, I had some hornworm damage in some places. Of course, the harvest has started to decrease in a lot of the spaces. But although we did have some new things planted as well. So we just want to go and see how things are doing, because you know a lot can happen in 4 days, or at least it looks like a lot. You know, you leave and your plants are like this, and you come back and they're like, what happened? It's so, you know, everything has grown so much. So let's go see if we have some stuff to harvest today, and come along with me as we go explore the garden after me being gone for 4 days. If you're new, my name is Barbara. I live in Tennessee, which is zone 7B. If you don't know what your zone is, that's no problem. This is a safe space for you to be on this channel and to be a new gardener, a veteran gardener, or whatever type of gardener you are. I try to make all things simple. I try to encourage and inspire you to just grow food, whatever that looks like for you, whether it's on your patio, on your deck, in a green stalk, in a raised bed, in the ground, in a pot, a container. I don't care what you're growing or where you're growing at. I just want you to grow food, and that's what this channel is all about. And so if you're new and landing here for the very first time, please say hello in the comments. Let me know what state or country you're coming in from so I can say hello back, and I hope that you will want to be a part of this community by the time this video ends. So let's jump into it. Now, on a personal note, I've been in Florida all week long. And y'all, let me just tell you, for those of y'all who are in Florida, in Central Florida, y'all, it's hot. Now, I know I said that I was in Missouri last month, and I told you it was hot. Y'all, it's hot in Missouri, and it's hot in Central Florida. Now, it's hot in Tennessee, but y'all, the heat in Orlando was on a different level. Y'all, it was like 104. And I love, look, now, this coming from a place of, I love Florida. I really feel like I was made, like I should have been born in Florida. That's how much I love Florida. Like, I have always said that for years. Every time I go to Florida, to that state, I'm like, I should have been born here. I should have been born here. So I say that with love. But y'all, it was hot. It is hot, hot, hot. So that's where I've been for all week long. It's good to be back home, because always there's no place like home. And it is very pleasant out here right now. This is at the top of the morning. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning. So it's not terribly early. But it's like 80 degrees. And let me just tell you, after being in 95 plus degrees with 104 heat index, this feels mighty nice. This feels real good. So we have our baskets. Let's take a look and see how things have been percolating in the garden. But first, let me do this. Let me put on some insect spray, because y'all already know the bugs love me and I hate the bugs, but they love me. They really want to be in a relationship with me, but you can't. Okay, so this is also our insect repellent spray. If you're new here, we actually sell this on our shop, livingfoodsfarm.com. Go under skin and body, and you will find this insect repellent. It is made all natural with 3 ingredients. And so definitely, if you struggle with insects, bugs, and all that, and you don't want to make your own, it's easy to make your own. You can make your own. I got a video on that too. Or if you just want to purchase some, go to our shop and purchase it. Insect repellent, okay? Also, one other thing before we jump into this harvest, other announcement. I was doing a sale on the elderberry syrup. We do elderberry syrup in our shop, and we were taking pre-orders. I originally said the pre-orders were going to end on Monday before I left, but because I didn't take it down, people have still been ordering. So I'm going to give you one more chance. If you want elderberry syrup and you want to pre-order, the orders will be going out next week. So I'm going to give you until the weekend, and then on Sunday, it's really coming down. It's really coming down. So if you did not get your elderberry syrup, what can I talk this morning? If you did not get your elderberry syrup pre-order in, and you want to order the elderberry syrup, it's $20 a bottle. It'll ship next week. It is all natural, organic, and it's great to build up your immunity system as we start to approach the cold and flu season. And then, of course, you got all the little rugrats back in school, bringing in all the germs. Order you some elderberry syrup today. It is in our shop. It'll be a link in the description. Now, We got baskets. Let's do it. I see plenty of jalapeno peppers on here. Let's see if we have any more green beans. Yep, we do have some green beans. That's good. I see green beans. I see more peppers. Okay, so I'm gonna harvest and I'll show you what we get. So this is the first bed. Let's see what all we can get, and let's see how close we are to filling this up. It's always good to be back home in the garden when you've been gone away for a few days. I know that sometimes, especially in the summer garden season, you kind of feel like you need a break sometimes because it's just always on. And so to step away and to come back, it kind of gives you a renewed sense of, yeah, I want to be in the garden. I want to see what's going on. So I definitely missed the garden, but it was good to be away. Now I'm back. And it's good to come out here and just harvest whatever I can. I am loving my pink zinnias. They are so beautiful. I will definitely be growing these again. This is the Oklahoma variety of zinnia. I think it's called salmon. And I love them for the simple fact, well, they are pretty, but they have outlasted every flower the best. Like, they don't have any damage on them. If so, it's just very little. They have just stood true and strong throughout the entire summer. So definitely love that one. And I think they have other colors. If so, I'll be looking to get those. But that's definitely added to your list for next summer if you like zinnias, is the Oklahoma variety. And they're just like those little small, they're not petite, but they are just small. You can kind of cup it in your hand, so it makes for a nice bouquet. So here I am picking green beans. Definitely have green beans. Before I left, I picked a whole bunch, and now I have a whole nother full bush of green beans. So I'm picking all the green beans. I have some serranos down there, but they still haven't, they're taking forever to blush. So they're all green. So I'm going to leave those on there and just get the green beans on this side. On the opposite side of this raised bed, I have a ton of jalapeno peppers that I'm going to get. And then the only other bed I have out here in the backyard that is harvestable, so to speak, is the next bed over, and it has some peppers in there as well as some Roma tomatoes. The rest of the beds outside in this area are my sweet potatoes, and it's going to be a while before they're ready. Sweet potatoes take 100 to 110 days, so we have a ways to go on that, but the sweet potatoes are looking good. So I'm very, very pleased with that. Okay, the bees are definitely more active in the morning than they are in the evening. So I got to come back out here and I'm going to harvest some flowers. I'll turn around and show you the flowers. They look good. But y'all, we got a whole basket of green beans. There's a few more green beans in here that will probably just top this off. But the bee is on that plant and he is refusing to leave the premises. So we're going to let him have it for right now. Then I was able to get a few jalapenos, but I also got some peppers that were blushing. And this is it's a new pepper to me. I don't remember the name of it, but I got some seeds from somebody. It's like a hot pepper. And then we have some Roma tomatoes. And y'all know I was concerned about my Roma tomatoes before I left because that's where I had hornworm damage. And I had pulled some off that was just about to yellow to see if they would blush. Now, some of them have blushed when I came back home, but some of them have not. So I'll give it a little bit longer and see if it does. But some of these have, like that one is barely. This one, of course, is starting to blush. This is barely. That one is. That's a small one. But I have a handful in here. I think I have 7. So we have that. And there are some more, but they're still green. It's taking a long time for them to blush. But the fact that they're still there and they don't have any damage is a blessing. So I don't know if the hornworm just relocated, but I hope he stays gone so I can get my Roma tomatoes. So that's good. Then I was able to harvest a handful of oregano. And then I harvested some basil. I have plenty of flowers that I can harvest for a bouquet. They still look good, but let me turn the camera around and I'll show you a little bit of what they look like. You can see these zinnias have like just outperformed just about every flower. This is the Oklahoma zinnia. I think it's Oklahoma salmon is what it is, but you can see they still look fantastic. I have some over here. And then I have a few over there. But then the celosia has also done well. It's beautiful. I can't remember the name of that one, but I think it's called Red Queen. I think that's the name of it. And then you can see I have some more zinnias there that look good. And then these are the Roma tomatoes, y'all. Like, the ones that are left in here have absolutely no damage, which is such a blessing. There's one that has damage, but I left that one. That one had damage before. But you can see I still have a few more in here. There's a couple down there. I want them to like blush just a little bit before I pull them, because I see that the ones that I pulled last week, they haven't done much of anything. And so if I pull them too early, I won't be able to use them. And then you can see I have some nice peppers growing there. So this space back here, overall doing good. Then of course the sweet potatoes are doing their thing. Okay guys, I'm down now at my greenhouse space, and I made a mistake because I went in the house and started working doing some other stuff, and now it's been probably an hour and a half later, and it's definitely hotter, especially in the tunnel. So we're gonna make the tunnel quick, but as I just kind of walk through real quickly, everything looks good. So let me take you around and show you, especially the areas that I was concerned about, which are the tomatoes. So let me take you around and let you see those. So remember, I've taken out most of my tomatoes because of hornworm damage and insects. And so when I left these tomatoes here. So one of them definitely has some damage. You can see that in there. But the other ones that are left on here still look good. They just haven't blushed yet. So they are still here. So that's good. That's a good sign. That one was already messed up. But I have 4, 5, 6, 7 that are still left that are to the good without any damage, that is. And then it looks like I have 2 more down there, but they just haven't blushed yet. So that's not bad. In terms of peppers, it looks like we do have some peppers there that don't have damage. They haven't blushed yet, and they're on the small side. So I'm gonna actually let those stay there instead of me harvesting the smaller ones. These are some nice sized ones, but I would prefer that they blush because I really want the red, yellow, and orange bell peppers instead of the green ones. We have some there. So overall, they're okay. No worries. No worries at all. And we have some jalapenos back there. So I'm gonna harvest what I can and we'll go from there. Okay, y'all. It was hot in there. I got half a basket of, I got some Roma tomatoes that were definitely blushing. That's great. I got a lot on the vine. They're just not blushing yet. I got some cayenne. I have some jalapenos. I have more green beans. I don't know if you can see that in there. So I got a half a basket. There's probably another basket and a half to get, but the bees are in full force, which we're not going to complain about. And there's tons of butterflies. And it's just hot in there. It's like 112 degrees. So I was moving quick. I got my air conditioner on, but it's hot. I'm gonna have to come out and harvest the rest once it cools down today. Now I'm in the outside garden. And if you're new here, we have 3 spaces. So we started behind my house, then we were in the hot tunnel, and now we're in our outside garden that's all in ground. And so it feels much more bearable out here. It's probably like 85, and so the sun is out, but the temperature is not that high, so this is actually doable. So let's walk around and see what we have. The first thing I saw was my corn. Let me turn you around and show you how the corn is looking. Okay, I feel like the corn got taller while I was gone, but the exciting thing is that when I left, I only had a couple of silks, and now I see silks all across. So we had already had the tasseling, but now we have the silks, which is fantastic. So if you didn't know, the tasseling is the male flower, the silk is the female flower, and that is where the corn is going to grow, right there. So hopefully everything gets pollinated, and we will have some good corn in the to harvest in the next, I would say, probably 2 to 3 weeks. But the bees are out here, which is good. What I will do, and I've never done this before, but I just saw it on the YouTube about shaking the corn stalks once you have the silks and the tasseling, and that just helps it to pollinate more. I've never done that before, and this past summer on my first succession I had great success with the corn, but I will do it. Just, you know, hey, it doesn't hurt. But right now I don't need to shake anything because the bees are out here in full force. This is also a great sight to see. This is squash. This is like just a regular yellow squash. And look, it has grown tremendously in the last 4 days. Remember I told you that you can come out to the garden and it's like, what happened in 4 days? Like, were you going to do this anywhere? Or did you just do this because I left? So that looks really, really good. This was our second succession of squash being planted. And so I put one here, then I have a couple more in a couple of different rows. So that is very, very exciting. And right now she looks real healthy. Let's see. Let's go down here. I know the okra is overgrown because, of course, we hadn't been here to harvest it in 4 days. So we'll get all of the big stalks off. I'll just freeze dry those, and we'll make, you know, some freeze dried okra as a snack. And then it should start back percolating with new okra. So no issues there. I can't wait to see if I have any sprouting on my potatoes. I see that we have loaded when it comes to the jalapenos, and I also see some green beans back there, which is great. One little sprout there for potatoes. These 3 beds are potatoes. I don't see any sprouting in this bed. We have 2 sprouts right here. There's one, and there is one. So I will come out and water this when it's not so hot and make sure they're well saturated. And hopefully they'll be sprouting up next week. There's that flower again, the Oklahoma salmon, which is beautiful. That is great. We gotta also go see if we have any cucumbers. They were almost ready. So we'll see if we have anything percolating over there. Here are the tomato plants that we left here. Just a few, but we'll get these few that are still okay. Y'all, look at that. I left these here. They hadn't blushed. Now they've completely blushed. Those look good. I'm going to come back and get those, and they're not damaged. So I'm glad I kept that plant because I'll take these 2 Romas. I sure will. And let's see. Those are 2 other squash plants that are there. I do see, it looks like a little, I don't know, some kind of fuzzy something happening on that one. I don't know what that is. Let me know if you do. But these 2 plants look okay. My purple whole peas, I don't know if this is some kind of disease or what. There's a few purple whole peas that's hanging on here that we'll get. The breeze feels so good. So good. There's a tomato. Oh, nope, that one's bad. These are our rattlesnake beans that we did on a it was the second wave. Oh, we have a flower. That's exciting. That means we'll have some beans. And there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plants. So it'll be interesting to see how many beans we get from 6 plants. I did this in my second succession planting, but this is the first time I planted them. So I think we did these in June, if I'm not mistaken, just to try it. I see my cucumbers have plenty of flowers. I don't see any cucumbers as of yet, but we have plenty of flowers. And they still, oh, no, there's a cucumber. Y'all don't know if you can see it. There's a cucumber right there. I'll get it. Okay, guys, I was moving quickly, but we did get some cucumbers. So we're back. We're back with cucumbers. We haven't had cucumbers on the farm in over a month. We did our first succession. We got plenty of cucumbers, hundreds of cucumbers. We made pickles. We did cucumber water. We did cucumber limeade. Like, we did all the things. But the only thing I haven't done is pickle relish. So I'm going to do that with this next planting of cucumbers. So that was our second succession of cucumbers, and we did that in June as well. And now they are bearing. They look good. I did a Boston pickling cucumber, which is a shorter one, which is this one. Then I also did, I think straight 8 is the one that I did. So I'm excited about having cucumbers again. So that is a win. We got more green beans to add to the stack that we got from back there. We got more jalapeno peppers. And then we have half of a basket of tomatoes. So I'm good with that, considering we only have like 3 or 4 tomato plants left on the farm. So hey, the garden was good to us, so I cannot complain. And there's plenty more out here to get. Like, there's plenty more jalapeno peppers to get, but I'm just gonna let them get bigger because I got a whole basket of jalapeno peppers in the house that I harvested right before we left, so we're good on those. There's some cantaloupe I saw that was ready. I'll let my husband come out and get those so I don't have to carry it. And then what else? There's a couple of purple hull peas. Did I get 2? Yeah, I got 2, but they got a whole bunch of fire ants on them. So I'm gonna come back out. I left my gloves at the house. When I have my gloves, and when I come out this evening to water everything, I'll just grab those purple hull peas then. And then what else? I think that's it. We do have some bell peppers out here as well. They look good in terms of they're not sun scald, they're not damaged, but they are on the small side and they are green. So I'm gonna see if they get bigger and then also let them blush. But hey, I don't know if you can see it all. This sun is bright, it's kicking up. So we're gonna take this on in the house. So the garden was good to me in 4 days. Thank you guys for checking in on the garden with me after being gone. I hope that your gardens are doing well. Remember, y'all, this is all a journey. Let's grow together. I'll see you next time, friend.